Greetings, folks, and welcome to part 3. Yeah, there's a part 3. I know, the very next day. Yeah, I managed to. Well, I got home from work and I managed to actually just log straight in. Had a cup of tea, did some civilized things. Now, last episode, we got to the unknown signals discovered, and we got skins out of it. They'll give us customizable stuff to our character. I mean, we're wearing. Oh wow, we're a red shirt. Terrifying. Yeah, we can customize that though. But for now, we're drifting, but like we're drifting at 100 meters a second, which is about as fast as we can go. And we're sort of making our way towards that moon, which is that's very far away. That is very, very far away, and we're going to keep our eyes peeled. Don't know how long this episode's going to be. I mean, we're going to detour to unknown signals and anything else that catches our eye along the way. I do wish that I had a camera, but unfortunately we can't even make those yet. If I had a camera, I could probably put a camera on the front of this somewhere. It'd probably have to go on the top. I don't think I can take that bottom light off, because that bottom light looks like it's what's holding the window on. That's actually terrifying. That's why that seat can be so far forward. Okay. Yeah. Wow. This is certainly a craft. Yeah. That's how they saved that space. Yeah, anyone who builds in this game will understand, oh yeah, that's some space saving right there. So we've got our ship fairly well angled towards the sun. Yeah, we've got 3 bars on each panel, so we're not actually using any energy. And in fact, I think I should take this moment whilst we're drifting through space and we're not likely to hit anything immediately. I think I need to build some groups. So that plus that block group. We'll just call them our bats. Air vent, we don't need to group. Interior lights, we don't need to group. We literally don't need to group anything else. Everything else has to kind of stay on all the time anyway. But the bats are handy. But yeah, okay, so now we go G, and because we group the bats are now there. Okay, so we then drag and drop them onto our action bar because we want to be able to toggle the recharge. Just for handiness. What's number 1 do? I think we ought to change that probably. But that should go there, and we'll have the. Do we want toggle block on and off? Yeah, so we've got discharge and recharge. We can basically manually force recharge now. So let's try manually forcing recharge. Okay, they're recharging. They're recharging. Okay. I mean, if we tried to activate our thrusters whilst this stuff is recharging, we'll be pulling no thrust, because the only thing powering the ship right now is the sun. Maybe I could probably angle the ship a little bit better, but I'm not gonna. Now obviously we are also keeping our eyes peeled for stuff. I've got a feeling that's a something over there. And that something is probably a rock. Yes, there's a tiny little thing above that asteroid there. If I had a camera, I could take a good look at it and figure out what it is. But it's incredibly small, whatever it is. It's either a rock or a very small pod ship, probably a pod like mine. So I'm not going to go over and investigate. There's no reason to. There are some things that float in space that are like really, like there are some, like I think last episode I mentioned ghost stations and stuff like that, ghost ships. Those things are super obvious when you see them, because some of them are like enormous. How far away is that? Oh, that's very amusing. Oh, something just passed over the sun. Between that must have been a very large rock, or cluster of rocks maybe. And we're flying between some rock clusters. We've been pretty lucky. We haven't had to correct our course yet. You know, nothing's directly in our path at the moment. And we are keeping our eyes peeled as well, because, you know, this is an open server. There are people here. And, you know, I'm not part of any faction, so at best I'm, like, neutral. And that's at best. You know, the nasty people are just going to shoot me on sight like they would anyone else anyway. And yeah, there more than likely are nasty people. Because there are always nasty people. You should just always be aware that... Oh, hello. Oh yeah, we have no power. Give me discharge. There we go. Yeah, we totally wanna. Because I said we would go after unknown signals, at least the ones that we can actually realistically reach. I mean, over 4,000 kilometers away. We're not even. There's just not without a freaking jump drive. 4 jump drives. No, not even. I don't even want to think about how many jump drives you'd need just to make that in one. I mean, obviously, ship configuration and mass and all of that does have an effect on jump drives, but... But like my personal favourite ship that I designed myself, yeah, I can get about 200 kilometers out of it. But then it's got a bit of mass to it, you know? Right, we're going to do the standard operation of approach with a welder. So that we are not... Oh, we nearly hit that. That could have been horrendous. We could have just, like, totally effed ourselves in the A. No, I just want to hit F and get a funny thing. Rainbow helmet. Okay, cool. We're gonna take it apart, nice and careful, because there's no need for us to bust. Oh, did we bust that? I think we busted that. Oopsie. Let's try not to bust whatever's in the cargo container. Ooh, computers. And then that's a light. And Yeah, that was a control console. Oh, there's space money in there. We need give us the space money. Because again, if there's an economy, we can trade with space money and like whatever stuff that we've got. This is why we want to ideally try and find a station at some point as well. Because if stations are set up, you know, there's gonna be trade going on. Do I need all of these steel plates? I don't want to leave trash lying around. I mean, it'll despawn quickly, but what if someone flew into it? You know? More importantly, what if I flew into it? I'm literally that clumsy. That could happen. We'll dump everything in. Oh, look at that! We've got over 1,000 space credits. Nice. Yeah, that signal's not even like that's an orange signal. So that's. I mean, the green ones that we've been chasing are quite big, and then we went for that yellow one, which seemed to be a little bit bigger than the green one. So I'm imagining like that's got to be huge. Or was, because it's now a last known location. Which means someone might well have already got it. Either way, back on to where we were going, or back on course. We were headed for that moon. Sort of. We're keeping our eyes peeled. I mean, we do want to find some rich stuff, like gold, because that would be useful for trade as well. You know, gold and platinum. I think gold's very useful for building superconductors, which means that you can build a hyperdrive. If I remember how to make stuff. Why are so many of my boosters firing? Huh. Well, whatever. So yeah, we are moving quite fast. If we hit something at this speed, we're basically toast. If we hit a rock or something like that at this speed, we're literally going to be a smear mark and a memory. I'm not even kidding. So like we really want to not hit anything. Like even a small rock or something like that would be like just we'd have a bad day. Obviously, you know, we are keeping our eyes peeled. This is why I'm constantly panning around, because I'm just looking for anything that looks suspicious, anything that looks man-made, anything that might actually be moving. These are things that you need to sort of pay attention to, because that's another thing. Some of the wrecks out in space, they drift. They move, yeah. It's a thing. I don't know if they drift along a set course or just in a straight line or whatever, but yeah, they're not. Some of them are stable, some of them are static, basically. That is rocks. For a moment I thought that looked like something that might be man-made. I thought I saw something, but no, I can't have done. Gotta be mistaken. No, I've gotta go over and have a look. I know it's gonna be rocks when we get over there, but just I'm well aware I'm wasting power and this is a mistake and I should just have my batteries on recharge, which I didn't remember to do when I started accelerating back towards the moon, which is really dumb. But it's me that's playing, so you know, expect bad decision making. Lots of bad decision making. Like, you know, not turning my inertial dampeners off and making myself drift in. Bad decision making. Just floor the accelerator. Yeah, you see it's rocks. But that is a weird shaped rock. Come on, you got to be honest. That just genuinely, okay, you get closer and it looks less weird. Huh. Well, that's the way it goes. Oh my god, that's quite the little cluster of asteroids. We're going to have a look around here though, because I mean, it was literally waving a flag at us as if to say, come have a look at me. Okay, well, let's see what kind of flag it was waving. Was it a time-wasty flag? Or was it a, hi, I have rich stuff flag? Or I have stuff hidden flag? I also really want to have my drill out, you know, so that I can actually detect ores in the first place. Let's see. Okay, nothing immediately obvious. Ooh, hang on. Was that a... I need lights. Or are my lights already on? No, they weren't, and they are now. Okay. We are going to do a thorough inspection. Because... this can't just be a rock with nothing but rock. This has to be a something that has at least a something. A very unknown signal very nearby. Okay. We are right inside of this rock. I'd kind of gotten a bit lost. Okay. You know, if I was a kind of station building guy, which I kind of am sometimes, and I'm not right now. I'm just not in the mood to build stations. This is why I prefer sort of, you know, I prefer flying around in a ship. A, you're mobile, so you're less vulnerable because you're able to change your location. You're also able to do things like, you know, chase down unknown signals. Now, we've got to be careful because as there are other players on, you know, and around, other people will see the unknown signals and, you know, will travel towards them. Or anyone within sort of like, you know, range to actually see the thing, I guess. I don't know what the ranges for these things are, signal-wise, you know. Really have no idea whether this can be seen like 10,000 kilometers away or whatever. I freaking hope not. I also need to refill my O2, like, shockingly quickly. Okay, we'll just drift ourselves in real quick. Keep an eye on my O2. I'll let it get down to about 10, and then, you know. Okay. Oh, O2. O2. We really need to refill our O2. There we go. Takes just a second. Oh, hang on. We wanna I am friend. Oh! You see what we did there? That was a dumb. That was a dumb is what we did there. That was a fatal dumb. Okay, okay, let's match velocities with the thing. Didn't find a damn thing. This is because that's karma, that is, for running straight into the thing. Did we just wreck that canvas again? Probably. Ooh, that was a lot of stuff actually. Oh, we probably wrecked our face against that. Oh, we didn't lose too much health. We are lucky we didn't die, basically. That should have probably killed us. Just be glad it did. I don't know how long it will take our health to recover, or even if our health will recover. We might have actually just taken some damage that we can't actually afford to take in the first place. We'll find out when we get back to the... Oh, we got medkits! What am I worrying about? We picked up 6 medkits. It's fine. Okay, so we picked up more stuff. Okay, so 55 computers. 37 steel plates, that's not too bad. So we're getting a supply of stuff. We're alright. We're okay for... I'm a bit disappointed that we keep burning up the campuses, you know. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. You know, no need to panic. Back on course, because we got seriously distracted by a rock of nothingness. Honestly, I would have thought there would have been something decent there. But it was just a rock of rock. With nothing unusual on it at all. Huh. It'll happen sometimes, you know. You'll see something, or you'll think you'll see something, and you'll change course, and you'll have totally wasted your time. I kind of need to rotate. But I also need to, yeah, ensure that I'm actually not drifting. Okay, so we'll rotate to the sun. Although now we're somehow in freaking shadow. What the hell? That's a massive beast of a rock. Okay, cool. So we'll keep rotating until more or less. Yeah, we're running 4 bars. There we go. And now we hit recharge. Yep, there we go. See, our batteries are now recharging, which is super handy for us because, you know, rechargeable batteries. Yay. But also, we're now, you know, effectively getting power as we're just flying along. And if necessary, we can change course again, you know. Obviously, we have to pull ourselves out of recharge, because at the moment our thrusters have virtually no thrust to them at all, because they've got no real power behind them. They're literally running on milliwatts. I'm kind of wondering how long it'll take us to recharge our batteries. I should have a look. Right, so fully recharged in about 2... Okay, that's not too bad. 2 hours. That's pretty cool. It's probably going to take us about that long to actually fly there as well, if I'm honest. It's well, probably longer actually, considering, you know, detours all the way. You will see a lot of oddly shaped rocks and stuff that just looks weird. And, you know, every now and again, sometimes, rarer than chicken's teeth, you will come across a wreck that you could salvage. That is a weird rock. It's just because of the lighting of the sun. Yeah, now it looks like a normal rock. Okay. And if I had more blueprints and, you know, I could build stuff, I would upgrade my ship some more. What is going on with that planet? Well, it's getting closer anyway. I do need to actually think about stopping before we get to that moon though. Because ideally I want to have, you know, at least landing gears. I don't want to be like putting the superstructure of the ship directly down on the planet. I don't want the landing gears attached to any major component. Ideally, I want landing gears attached to like other blocks, ideally steel blocks. I don't want them attached to thrusters or stuff like that, because if a landing gear blows out, it's liable to take whatever block is linked to it as well. Oh, okay, so we can heal ourselves by interacting with the survival kit. Cool. Good to know. We really don't need to though. I mean, we're only at, that's 86 of 100. We're fine. Yep, that's more weird rocks. Right there, just you can see where the nose of the ship is. I was looking at that and I was like, ooh, that's a bit optical. Oh, okay, we need to... And, yeah. We definitely need to stop for unknown signals. I'm sorry, this is like 3 parts. It's just dropping 3 parts in front of me that I can probably use to upgrade my ship. Oh, and it gives you stuff. Yeah, you do need to stop and change course for this stuff. We'll drift in at around about, yeah, that speed. That works. We don't have to go super fast, there's no reason to. There is literally nothing moving anywhere near the thing, so... Okay, this time we're going to try not to put our faces into it at high speed. You know. Can we? Does that? Oh yeah, look at that. Totally. Sweet. Yeah, so we're not gonna face plant into the thing this time. We're gonna try and not be the scary thing approaching with a freaking angle grinder. Okay. Wow. Oh. Okay. Ooh, this thing has sensors and stuff on it. Yeah, I think I need to be the scary thing with the angle grinder now. Oh, how? There we go. I need you to stop trying to run away. Oh, crikey. This is getting dangerous. Okay, we're almost taking damage. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Crikey. We literally can't get anywhere near it. We need to shut its thrusters down. Or we need to somehow get in front of the damn thing. That actually wasn't too bad of her. Oh, we are wasting a lot of energy right now. How far away are we? Yeah, you know what? Screw you. Screw you, I'm going home. Sorry, that's just dangerous, that kind of thing. That's literally not worth the effort. So I am not going to bother. That thing can just fly around for the next 11 minutes before it ceases to exist. I think that's what happens. Either way, not bothering with that. Right, where, planet, where are you, planet? Planet and moon, there we go. Because, you know, we're on a mission. And screw that for a game of Chase the Rabbit. I mean, we won't pass, but we're not that desperate. We will investigate other unknown signals that we come across. But like that one was just trolly. That thing had a sensor on it, and like every time you got near it, like the hydrogen thrusters were activating to push it away. Super annoying. It would be good if we had something that we could grab onto it with, you know, and stop it from running away. Then we'd be able to deal with it, but at the moment we don't. I think what we do have enough components for is the landing gear modification that we need to perform to our ship, which hopefully doesn't, weirdly enough, put the weight up so much that we actually can't take off from the moon. I hope that's not a thing that happens. I'd hate to have to like shave off a load of landing gears just to take off from the planet. Well, it's not a planet, it's a moon, but you know what I mean. Because gravity's a thing, but I'm not sure if that moon's gravity is going to be high enough to actually do very much to us. And as long as it stays sort of, you know, around about 10% Earth gravity, I think we can be okay. Oh, and obviously no atmosphere. I'm not seeing an atmosphere around it. I mean, you can see the atmosphere around the other planet, around the. I guess that's a barely habitable planet. Probably you could probably land on it, but I'm not recommending it. We're just going to continue doing what we always do, which is literally just looking. I mean, there is some weird shaped rocks and stuff, but I'm thinking they're weird shaped rocks, and that's it. You know, there is absolutely no point in like detouring ever unless you're fairly sure. There's something worth detouring to. I mean, we can detour pretty much free. We should be recharging as well, shouldn't we? Yeah. Okay. Because again, you know, recharge. Well, there's no reason for us not to sort of run on plenty of power. Because it's there. All the photons we could ever need. And yeah, I know I screwed up last episode and said electrons, and it's like, no, they're stray photons that the solar flare. Yeah, we all know the science lingo. It's keeping it all straight in our heads that's the problem. See, that's a very interesting shaped rock right there. I really hope that's not something that isn't a rock. Please just be a rock. Don't be something really horrendous like some massive player fortification. I really hope that's not a Death Star. That's looking like a Death Star. Yeah. I think that is just a rock. Thank God for that. I was properly freaking myself out there. Like optically, I was seeing a whole load of stuff there until it like rendered properly. I was genuinely terrified. Yeah, some Death Star. It's a rock. It's why we need a camera though. Like, cameras make this so much easier because it's just easy to focus in on something from quite a ways away as well, and get like an accurate an idea of what's going on with it. Yeah, I just realised right there, I got scared of a rock. Space crazy. That's what's happening. It's been too long since something good happened. And by good, I mean like, you know, we found something interesting or had some sort of interaction with another player. I mean, the thing is, there's 16 players on. And that means that... And space is huge. I mean, this is an entire solar system, and there are 16 people. So the odds of actually running into someone slim to nothing. Unless, like, you're specifically landing on another planet. I mean, generally, I think the game does try to spawn you near other players. I'm not sure why, but it does try to do that. But yeah, I am going to make our sort of long time goals sort of A, get to that moon and maybe land on it. Probably land on it actually, and possibly crash on it and die, which would be a sad ending to our game, but you know. I hope that doesn't happen. That scenario would really suck. But then after we've gotten down to that moon and taken a look around and seen if there's anything that we can, you know, do, I think we might even try building a little a little moon rover or something, just something super basic. Like maybe not even like a proper lunar rover, like a lunar trike or something like that, you know. I'm not even sure if we could do that. I don't even know if we could build like lunar rover anythings. I have to have a look. I think we might be able to. It would be kind of silly if we can't build that stuff. Yeah, if we can find like a drifting space wreck or something, ghost ship, drifting space station, blah de blah, you know, the whole list of that stuff, something from that massive list of stuff. We can strip a lot of it down and use it to improve our ship. Whilst we don't have the ability to build thrusters or anything, you know, there's a lot of other things that could be handy. You know, we could expanding our cargo capacity could be an idea to do. You know, add some more solar panels. That's another thing that we can definitely do and probably should in the near future. I want to try that shenanigans after we've done the moon landing, though. I want us to be pretty light when we land on the moon. You know, I don't want to be landing on the moon too heavy, and I want to be able to get off of the moon again with, you know, maybe a little bit of loot. No, nothing fancy. You know, I'm hoping to find like a gold or vein, or like a silver ore vein, or you know, platinum maybe, something like that. You know. Dust off with it, you know, not too much, so that we can still obviously dust off, because yeah, our weight has actually been increasing as we've been picking up more and more stuff. Or well, not our weight, because we're in 0G. I mean, you know, our relative mass has been increasing. Oh, we've come quite a fair distance. Those planets have moved a little bit away. I mean, we've probably done what? I mean, we do 60 kilometers every 10 minutes. We've been recording now for nearly 45 minutes. I'm going to stretch it to an hour, so we actually get some proper miles put in. Also, want to find an unknown signal that, you know, isn't trying to run away from me, or like taunting me to murder myself against its thrusters at high speed. That was ridiculous. I don't know why I kept chasing that thing for as long as I did. That must have looked startlingly stupid. Still, you know, learning curves. But it really is just, when in this situation, don't get bored of looking around. Getting bored of looking around and then not seeing something. Because it can happen. You will see something, or like You know, and the only way that's going to happen is if you continuously just keep searching for it and keep looking for this stuff, because it is out here somewhere. But we have multiple objectives, so it's like, you know, I mean, we're sort of headed towards that moon. We're looking for something to distract us along the way. We're also checking unknown signals, keeping an eye out for anything that looks like it's moving or has like a light source potentially on it, because that could also mean a player. Because we've got to be careful of that kind of thing as well. I mean, we want friendly encounters. We don't want, because we're in an unarmed spaceship which is solar powered. This is about as civilian a setup as you get. You know, we have no fight. We have the fighting power of a puppy. I mean, bar actually slamming ourselves into something at high speed and hoping it would do some damage, well, we're not going to be doing any damage to anything. And I don't want to be slamming us into anything at high speed, because that would ruin the point. That's why did we bother picking up all of that speed stuff if that's all we're gonna... Yeah, you see my point. You know. That planet is now getting much... I think it's getting close. I think we're getting closer to it. I mean, we've travelled far-ish. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna try and... I can't even... See, we've powered down. We're still drifting and we're still at high speed, but we are completely... we've got no control at the moment because... Okay, hang on. I need to go discharge because we need to get our solar panels. We need to get our solar panels in the sun. And our gyros had shut down, basically. So yeah, right now we're kind of just falling. We're falling towards that moon and the sun and that planet. Nice. Although the sun will move around. Well, it's technically supposed to be the planets that are moving, but in actual fact, don't ask. Don't ask. The game engines just... This is how they had to do it because it doesn't work any other way. It just becomes a massively complicated mess of calculations if everything is static and the sun's the only thing that's stationary. Believe me, it's a colossal number of calculations that would just boggle the mind, that the game would crash immediately if you tried it. I pretty much guarantee you'd need like a ridiculously powerful supercomputer to make that scenario work. So I totally understand why they made planet stationary and the sun the only static object realistically, apart from like the drifting hulks and stuff. There's some stuff over there that looks kind of interesting, but I also know that it's just going to be rocks when we get over there, so yeah. More rocks. More rocks. More rocks. Rocks. Oop. We did not want to do that. This is what we wanted to do. Oh, that is offline. We still managed to get our recharge. Ha! We only needed to recharge our O2. So basically, if we try to do anything right now with our batteries recharging, our ship semi-functions, sort of. we're just gonna not have that in our eyes. I do need to continue looking around. Okay, because we are still headed towards that moon. Although it looks like we're headed towards the sun right now. It's okay, it will move around, and you know, then it won't be in our eyes. You know, it'd be helpful if we could see where we were going, because you know, right now we could run into an asteroid. If it comes out of the sun at us, we ain't gonna see it. Well, not until it's regrettably close. And obviously, you know, we're literally belly flopping towards the sun, so rather than being sort of face on towards the way that we, you know, towards our location, that moon, because of where the sun is, you know, we want to recharge our batteries at the same time. This is really not an optimal way to travel, thinking about it. This seemed like a great idea in my head, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is really freaking dangerous. And we are recharging our batteries, you know, and we do need to do that. I mean, we're burning up our battery power, you know, and we do need to keep it sustainable. But yeah, I'm going to up it to 4 solar panels, which will decrease the time it takes us to recharge our batteries effectively, and it'll also decrease the amount of power that we're using. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to call it there, folks, because it's now getting on 52 minutes, and I might well record. I might well carry on recording a little bit after this, see how far it goes, and see if anything interesting happens. You know, if it doesn't, boo. If it does, you know, yay, and I'll upload that. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope you weren't completely bored out of your minds. I mean, I imagine some of you are probably asleep by now after watching this. But anyway, have fun, play safe, and I will see you guys next time.